as I introduced you, I was looking at your group's interests this morning, and I said it was so diverse. From old age businesses like power, energy, carbon black, and now to such a swathe of new generation businesses like from FMCG, retail, entertainment, music, information technology. How do you keep a handle on all these kind of diverse and disparate businesses? At some point, don't you get torn in too many directions?
Not really. 3 points I'd like to make. One, all the businesses have critical mass and they lead in terms of operational efficiencies in all the industries that we operate. So because of their efficiencies, each one of them have earned the right to grow. One. Two, we have very, very strong and very capable management teams with each of the companies who are professionals, experts, and who pretty much run the day-to-day businesses on their own. So they come to me by exception. Three, we have a very robust system of reporting. So we have reviews which happen very frequently, and the reviews are broken into 2 parts. One is the operations review, and one is the new initiatives review. So if you know how to focus, if you keep a sharp focus, you actually land up with time on your hands.
Parents like to say that all their children are the same, but life teaches us that that's not almost exactly correct. They like to be that way, think like that way, but it turns out to be something else. Among all these children of yours, these businesses, are there some which are closer to your heart than others?
No, really none. At the end of the day, you may enjoy some more, you may enjoy some less. But that doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, as long as the business throws up either cash flows or valuations, it makes sense to have it in your portfolio.
That's an interesting line, and I will pick up on that. Cash flow or valuations, you said. So let me start by the one which is creating valuations. It's not your oldest business or your biggest business, but it's certainly been the biggest wealth creator in your fold, which is the music business of Saregama. But you always had a wealth of assets in that business. The library was second to none. But it's only in the last 2 or 3 years that you've really started to be able to monetize it. So take us through what your plans are with Saregama, and do you think this is the cusp of the monetization wave, and as streaming becomes more and more powerful, you will actually be able to realize maximum value for that business, which you may not have done 5 or 7 years ago?
Absolutely. I think Saregama has completely reinvented itself in terms of the management team, in terms of the approach, in terms of being completely at it, with it, in terms of technology, in terms of developments, in terms of leading from the front, in terms of getting back into acquisition of repertoire. So Carvaan was one of the biggest technological marvels where you actually have a digital product but presented and made simple enough for an older generation audience. So it was thought out that it should not be intimidating for people over 45. It should be simple to use and yet digitally and technologically savvy. So it's this kind of thought, it's this kind of innovation that's driving the company. So of course streaming helps, and it helps enormously. But I think it's a series of things beginning with the management team.